Hello everyone, and welcome to the TMS Tightrope Carousel YouTube tutorial. My name is Larry Robertson, and I'll be guiding you through this series of tutorials. Okay, let's get started. What we're looking at here is a page that I'll put a link to below the description field of this video on YouTube, and it'll bring you to this document. And in this document, this is part of the introduction. You're going to need some resources that you need to download in order to be able to validate your feeds, and also downloading some demo RSS feeds and their resources. All right, let's get started with the XSD diagram. But before we do that, let me pull up this document. This is a document from Harvard Law. It's the RSS 2.0 specification. Now, I'm sure that we've all visited this page, and whether or not you understand everything in it, if you do understand it, that's great. If you don't understand it, then you don't really need to, because I'm going to provide you with an easier method than reading this stuff. But one thing to note about this document is a lot of these elements, well, not a lot, but a handful of these elements are not implemented in Carousel. They're not supported. For example, managing editor, webmaster, okay, cloud, TTL, text input, skip hours, skip days, and some others. They are not implemented in Carousel, so this document can actually do more harm than good to you. So let's come back over here. To get around that problem, I have created an XSD, which is a schema diagram specifically for Tightrope Carousel. Now, the schema is based on the official schema for RSS 2.0. And in the resources, I provided both the official one and the one that I created myself specifically for Carousel. So let me start by clicking on this link. This is XSD diagram application. It's written by GNU in C#, and you can download it for free and use it. And it's a lot easier way to see the structure of an RSS feed, in that it shows you a block diagram of what a channel structure is and an item structure, and all of the elements and attributes associated with them. So download this tool and install it on your machine. This is the Windows version. Inherent of GNU is they always create cross-platform, so if you got a Mac, you could probably find the Mac version of this as well. All right. The next thing that you want to download is the resources and test or demonstration samples of RSS feeds that I created, and I put them in my GitHub account. So let me click this link. Here's my GitHub account, and in order to download this, you want to click the green button that says clone or download, and under that click download zip. All right. And since I've already downloaded it, I'm not going to click on that, but I can come over. Let me see where I may have put it. Yes, right here. Here's what you'll be getting when you download that. It's a zip file, and when you unzip the file, you're going to get this. Within here, you have the RSS Demo Feeds, all XML, and their associated images that are referenced in each feed. So you want to retain this directory structure and not move folders around and stuff. And then you also have the schemas that I created. The original RSS 2.0 official schema is this one on the bottom. It's just named RSS I2_0. Now the one I created for Carousel is here. This old one, let me delete that to avoid confusion. I'll also fix that on my GitHub account. So you should only get these two files. Now these files are opened up and read by the application that you just downloaded over here called XSD Diagram. And once you open up the schema in XSD Diagram, there'll be an option under the file menu for you to be able to validate any one of your XML feeds that you're trying to put in Carousel to make sure that all of the elements are named correctly, that you have elements that Carousel actually has implemented. And if you have any errors in your feed, it'll report the errors, and you can go back to your feed and correct them. So this gives you a way to validate that your RSS is correct before you even bring it into Carousel. Because once you bring it into Carousel, Carousel may not be very friendly at giving you useful error information, and a lot of times it won't give you any error information. It just simply won't render the feed. Okay, moving on to the next section here. I've structured this into 6 lessons, this course. The first one is the introduction, which you're watching right now. And then I'm going to have an episode on validating your feed using XSD Diagram and the schemas. Then the next lesson will cover common errors that you may encounter in Carousel along the way as you're trying to get this feed to work and create a bulletin for it and stuff. And then I walk you through the creation of 3 different types of bulletins. One of them will show a full screen image on a page, and it'll look exactly like it would look had you created a picture, uploaded a picture to Carousel and created a picture block and then pointed to that block. Or you create a web picture block and you point to a picture on the web and make them full screen. Well, this is a way to do it within RSS Bulletin and have the picture be read from the bulletin instead of something that is hard-coded in Carousel, making it fully dynamic. The next, episode number 5, I'm going to do the same thing, only instead of having a single full screen image at the channel level, you'll be able to create items, each one having a full screen image, and it will create essentially a slideshow. And the nice thing about this is you'll be able to create sets of full screen images that will clock through based on the time, like 15 seconds or 10 seconds that you want each to display. It'll loop through them, and in one swoop you can set a start and end date or take it off the air because it's all contained within one bulletin. In Carousel you only see one bulletin, so you could have 20 different full screen image slides all in one bulletin. Makes it easier to make sure that they're taken off the air. You generally do that if you wanted to create a set where all the images go on the air at the same time and they get taken off of the air at the same time. And then lastly, the last episode I'm going to cover how would you create an RSS bulletin where at the channel level you have an icon associated with the channel, and then for each item you have another icon associated with those. And I'll walk through how to do that. Okay, that pretty well covers the introduction to the course. Now, while watching any episode, I'd really appreciate it if you click the thumbs up if you found it to be useful. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to continue with the next episode. Thank you.